G'day guys, it's Ben again, here to bring you another video. This one is going to do a product review of the Survival and Emergency Systems Handy First Aid Kit. So especially if we're going to be working out in the garden, if we're going to do lots of digging, lots of that kind of stuff, lots of cutting and so on, it's definitely worth having access, at least access to a first aid kit, if not being able to keep a first aid kit you know, around the house or in the car, that kind of thing. And a small handy first aid kit is a really good thing to have. This one I actually think is turned out pretty well. So let's just see if we can take a bit of a closer look. Alrighty, so here we go. Survival and Emergency Systems Handy First Aid Kit. I just got this through the post just recently. I was lucky enough to get this quite cheaply because I got it as an online auction on the eBay site. However, you can get them on a retail price. I do find the retail price probably a little bit higher than it could be. That said, especially if they're direct selling, but that's just me. Anyway, let's take a bit of a look inside. The first thing you'll probably notice is there's a little carry handle here, and also there's a hanging tab, and there's some good zippers, which is definitely quite useful. On the back of the card, you've got a chain of survival guide, which is quite useful, and you've also got some belt loops, which I've never found to be that useful at all. Alright. On the front of the kit, it gives you their contact details for website and stuff, and also a bit of a guide as to what the different colours mean and that kind of stuff. Alrighty, you've got a pouch here which is actually empty, so we'll come back to that in a few seconds. Alright. So there's no other real sort of I guess bigger pockets or anything like that. This is all just laid out as it is. You've got band-aids and that kind of thing here. Personally, I think these could be improved. Gloves and infection control, I really think that should be in the this zippered pocket here, but that's skin cleansing wipes. You've also got tweezers and scissors here, as well as some splinter forceps in the back. I find that, just to give you a bit of a guide, my personal background is I spent, let's see, 7 or 8 years as a nurse in Australia, and then 6 as a nurse in the, primarily working, by the way, as an army medic, and also previous to that I was an army medic in the British Army, so for 6 years, so I've got a reasonable idea as to where I'm coming from. There's a pressure bandage here which is more designed specifically for snake bites, so that's quite a good thing for Australia. In Australia we use the pressure immobilisation technique, which is quite a good one, and been very successful. So just irrespective of what type of toxin the snake uses, whether it's neurotoxin or whatever, we still treat it the same way, because often you're not going to know exactly what the snake was when you come to treat it, and the reason for that might be that the snake, snake's been crawling around in the dirt kind of thing, so a lot of snakes tend to look the same, and you should never just simply assume that a snake is a particular snake unless you really know what you're talking about. Alright, you also got wound closure strips, a triangular bandage, and there's a first aid book in there as well. As far as the kit itself goes, this is designed for, I guess, people with a bit of a first aid background, and most students in Australia do get a first aid lessons and instruction when they're at school, which is a great thing. That's paid for by the government, although it's not a mandatory thing. So most people in Australia have some kind of first aid background. I think the gear in here is pretty reasonable. It's designed really just to treat one person, and it's good for things like, as I say, working in the outdoors, or being around the outdoors and you know, bushwalking, camping, that kind of thing. So as far as the contents goes, there's obviously, you know, lots of people out there who could upgrade that kit to suit their particular needs and skills and experience and so on. But I think for an entry-level kit, I think that's a pretty good one, straight off the shelf as well. So look, I think 8 out of 10. I do think the retail price could come down a bit, but as I say, I got mine as an auction, so I'm not unhappy about that. So there we go, guys. That's the Survival and Emergency Systems Handy First Aid Kit, and you also do get, by the way, a CPR mask there as well, which is a good thing. So, so there we go. Good kits there, and thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you in my next video.